Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and since we're going to have a lot of speed duel come the end of the week, I decided to go ahead and swap that out from today. As again, we generally do that on a Sunday. And we're going to save that for Thursday or Friday whenever my locals gets those in stock. When they do, I'm going to go down there. We're going to go ahead and do the react, open up the box and everything else. Another thing that I've been asked to do, and I've made the time a little bit earlier today to do this for you guys, was to show you guys how I updated my Subterror deck on here, to show you exactly like how that's been working. And I was also asked to do the 3 times Vortex of Magic. So we're going to knock both of these out today and just give you guys a double deck list. And then I'm going to actually play some games. That'll be for the next couple of days. We should still have a non-Yu-Gi-Oh deck tomorrow. Should be fine. So let's start with the structure deck, because honestly this was a really cool one. And this is the 3 times Vortex of Magic. So again, this is like a really great start to anybody trying to play Dark Magician. And so like the first thing you need to know, you got 5 different extra deck cards. Just mash them all up to 3 each. Just fills up the extra deck. Nothing major there. You have some good effects. One that I will be generating later is like Amulet Dragon. I love that guy. And then again, if they ever give us Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, that's going to slide into this deck effortlessly. Really, I just want to talk about the main deck. So again, it's like 3D Mage, because again, he's the headliner. 3 Magician Souls, because even up until recently in the like the true format, advanced format, this card was actually pretty hard to get a hold of, and it's been a little bit since we opened the boxes, but both me and George managed to pull both a playset, so that helped us out. Next up, since I'm limited to the structure deck for now, I'm going to use a single Magic Karibo. The effect is there on the screen. Since I'm kind of losing the voice again, I'm going to let you guys just read that. And then, of course, I'm going to use 1 copy of Robe. Robe, pretty good. There are better cards to use. But again, in the structure deck, this is what we had, so this is what we're using. 3 copies of Rod. And Rod is actually going to be one of the good searchers, and one of the ones that you actually don't mind normal summoning. In addition to the Chocolate Magician Girl. Really the most Magic the Gathering-esque effect in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Allowing us to discard a card to draw a card. It's awesome. And it does help set up. 2 copies Dark Magician Girl. And again, obvious reasons, it's part of the archetype. It was part of the structure deck. Again, we will be using the, I want to say it was the Illusion Apprentice Magician. Apprentice Illusion Magician. We'd be using that more or less for any version of the advanced Dark Magician deck builds. Same thing with the body double, the Magician of Dark Illusion. I was really happy that this guy came in here. Name does change to Dark Magician while on field. And also has a couple effects. Again, you can check that out on the side of the screen. In fact, I think it was this one. Yeah. But again, we're going to run him in triplicate. Next up, single copy of the Chronicle Magician. Just cause. Like, it is good. But it's just not my speed. And then last monster we're going to use is going to be the Timaeus the United. I've seen this in the real world now. I didn't know this came out. I didn't know this was a thing. I kind of want it. It's awesome. And again, truly helps out with the deck. Moving over to the spells, I wanted to go more utility. So single D magic attack. Again, trade it out for a Feather Duster later, or don't, because searchable with Rod. Double Eye of Timaeus just makes your fusions happen better. Magicalized Fusion. That is going to be our Miracle Fusion for spellcasters, allowing us to get off more fusions. D-Magic Circles. These are super good. They're going to let us excavate the top 3. We'll look at the top 3. reveal a card, add it to hand. But then the once per turn spot removal when summoning a card named Dark Magician. Amazing. Definitely worth playing. I would try this at 2 later, but for right now I'm still stuck on 3. You're going to be running all 3 copies of Soul Servant. Third one's in the bottom left. And again, great card to have. Kind of surprised they gave it to us in a structure deck. Happy that they did. Last spell, 2 copies Secret of Dark Magic. Activate one of the following. You can either fusion summon or ritual summon. Again, I took all the rituals out. I just want to use this for more fusion. So this gives us realistically like 5 shots of fusion. Unless he did it too. Yeah, okay, so 6 shots of fusion with Timaeus, which is good. Go into the traps, double navigation. Not triple, because it's not that great, but it is great. Destined Rivals, good card, great card. And again, run it at 3. And then 2 copies Eternal Soul. And again, just really good, especially when you can support it. Gets better with Amulet Dragon. And what's taunting me right now is this Garnecia Elephantis. So we are going to be using, again, when I redo this as a full Dark Magician deck, which is where this one is headed, we will be using, I want to say it was, oh my goodness, I already forgot the name of the spell. Soul Successor Soul, something along those lines. It's technically support for any 7 or 8 star normal monster card. And again, it's going to allow us to do some trick plays to get into Dark Magician while actually being able to control the field. So that is the first of the 2 decks. And while I segue, I'm going to have some tea. Hopefully that'll help the throat. But we are going to move over to the Subterror. Alright, so a lot of this is just me goofing off right now. This comes from a place of like serious control. This is almost how I play this in the real world. Obviously my extra deck is better in the real world. There are a couple that are necessary in here. Like you do want the Intis, because we also run the Dogmatica Punishments. So again, being able to get a double pop, very important. Chimera Tech, the Cyber Dragon decks still happen from time to time. And I'm not really using the extra deck for anything because of extravagance. So, just getting that out there. That's why this looks like a mishmatch. Mishmatch? Not sure. Jumble. I'm going to use the word jumble. We can play these 2 as far as our synchros go. 7 is actually the most optimal play, since Guru is one of the most searchable. And 6 of our... let's see, it's like 9 tuners. 6 of them are 3 stars between the Ashes and the Ghost Ogres. So again, Black Rose Dragon, way more probable than the Gaia Knight. The Gaia Knight would be just a simple power play from Nemesis and again, Ghost Ogre or Ash Blossom. Again, generally doesn't happen, so don't worry about it too much. Same thing with the Utopias, they're just here to be here. Silent Honor Arc. Honestly, every once in a while this can come in handy. Gaga Samurai, good for getting double attacks out there. Just doing some stuff. Double, again, space thing. You know what, let's see how much it takes to make an Exciton Knight. So, I want to say exit. That's not a T. Alright, let's try it. Let's try it. So he's an ultra rare, yeah. I'll tell you what. We will actually generate him. Because he's pretty good. I do use him quite a bit. And this will allow us to actually just toss the double. Double's not really necessary. But if we do get behind, you know what, the Exciton Knight, super good card, can help us balance the board. So, you know, we'll just swap him in. And then our links are simple. Gravity Controller, good card. Decode Talker, okay card. Gaia Saber, just in here to be in here, really. Access Code Talker, because guess what, George? This is the only way I can own one. I can't pull one, he pulls them. So until one day I give him money or something for one. I don't think I'm going to get one. Going to the main deck, you're going to use like too many hand traps. We're literally using like 12 hand traps. 3 Effect Veilers because obvious reasons. 3 Ash Blossoms because obvious reasons. 3 Ghost Ogres for, again, obvious reasons. And Subterror Fiendus is amazing because we can search it. We can stop any activation. And we get to reset our cards. So again, the synergy between the Hidden City, the Guru, and the Fiendus is just nuts. Moving on, the only other monsters that you really need then, you're going to need a single copy of Nemesis Archer because it's just a good power option. And it does kick things without having to flip them. Umastrix is the only behemoth you really want. Could you play more? Yeah, absolutely. You want to play a second one? Tell you what. Take out a Ghost Ogre, drop in a Speleogeist. Speleogeist's flip drops a card's attack to 0, and it's just as good as getting a direct attack. And maybe there's a monster that just can't be killed by battle or whatever, but you could do a boatload of damage that turn. So that's always an option. And then of course you guys know Guru has to be there, just has to. Spells are simple. Geki blasts things. Reborn brings things back. Duality went down to 2. This always stayed at 3 in my builds. And really, from here on out, the rest of the deck, the only thing that changed here was I added a 3rd impermanence. Because again, if you can hit your opponent with enough hand traps, you control their momentum. So again, this is a single game format playing on here. It just works, and it works well, and it lets us win. So, double duality, and again, this is an add to hand. This is an add to hand. The effect of our field spell is add to hand. Everything skirts around the word draw because of the interaction with extravagance, and that is at the start of the main phase. You have to banish 3 or 6 random cards from the extra deck that were face down, banishing them face down, so the opponent will never know what actually went, which is actually kind of a bonus, because this means they don't know if you goofed or not. And then for the remainder of the turn, you could not draw cards. But this will allow you to draw 1 card per 3 cards banished. Generally, you just want to go deep. You want to banish 6, draw 2, and start off your turn big. So there's a lot of auto-correction just in the opening of this. And again, this next card, it just lets you get a lot of synergy right out the gate. So with the Hidden City, when you activate this, you add a Subterror monster. Can be the Behemoth, it could be the Guru, it could actually be the Hand Trap. It's fine. And then you can effect 2, once per turn, flip it down defense to face up. Effect 3, once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you may flip one of your face downs to face up and then negate the attack. And you can only activate 1 of these per turn. So another thing you could do, maybe you don't have that many imperms, or you're missing 1 card from this list, add Terraforming straight up, because it basically is a 1-card combination, because Terraforming or Hidden City starts it. So if you go Terraforming, it's Terraforming to Hidden City to Guru, set Guru, Hidden City effect, flip Guru, add card, and then you've already got, your field spell, a monster, and another card in hand off of that Terraforming. If you went first, you have 4 other cards to play. So again, it's just really nice. It gives you options. Subterror Final Battle. You guys get to reuse this every turn. You can activate multiple copies of this in a turn. And again, you get all 4 of those effects. And you get to reset this every turn. So again, just fantastic. You guys know Imperm. You guys should know Dogmatica Punishment. Again, maybe you guys don't want to play something that's already in my extra deck. Get your 5-headed dragon, get your Blue Eyes Ultimate, whatever. Make sure that you have some very high stacked attack values, so that you could destroy a monster regardless of what it is. Okay? Just helps if you have Intis, because again, the Intis play is fantastic. Again, I love playing strikes, so I play strikes, and I love there could be only one, even though we can only use 2 in Speed Duel, not Speed Duel, Master Duel. Oh my goodness. It is Sunday, my friends. I'm so used to the Speed Duel format today. But this is it. This is the deck. Now I'm going to go up there. I'm going to see what card we got. And we do get a free poll for generating that. We will save the deck because I did just create that Exciton. Let's see what we get. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop off in a match. And we will see just how well the deck does. All right? So let's go. Sorry for the noise. I'm getting out my cough drops. Okay, part of me is a little upset that I made the Exciton Knight just to pull one, but 2's even better. Especially since we are using Extravagance. So that could come in handy, guys. So where are we as far as gems right now? What is going on? Is it just trying to let me know about the pack? It is. So that is that. Let us get in there and start dueling. Now, real quick question for anybody who's been listening, been watching, been following. We did get a challenge recently. And it's one that I'm not so sure that I want to do without asking you guys first, because it could be a little annoying. The challenge was for me to play through Skyrim as like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist. So I'm gonna guess that the challenge had to do with like. They said straight up that I wouldn't need to use weapons, or I'm not allowed to use weapons after the tutorial. So I'm guessing it's more of a magic-based play. And if you guys want to see that, I will do that. I do have the Anniversary Edition on the Switch, so we'll be able to do this. As you guys can see, we got all the cards. We're going second. We are going to have a great turn. We need to see what our opponent's going to do. Oh yeah, I'm okay with that. So we know, 2 of his 5 cards. Let's see how we can mess with him. So again, move 1. Already liking it. Move 2. So far, so good, guys. Now, since we did go second, I do want to hit. So I would like to see whether or not we actually can get some hit points off of him. But another thing I want you guys to notice is I have now 3 hand traps. Dogmatic of Punishment and Strike. So we are going hard. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw all 3 in the back row. And we're just really, really, really going to laugh when he tries to go with his Feather Duster. Because you guys got to remember, Fiendus actually blocks. While we're checking, you guys will take note that Intis's both got banished. So that's not looking good for this, but we do have some targets. Looks like 26 will be our largest attack value, which is still not terrible. There's the trap tricks. I say Ash. We know that one of these is still that big rock monster guy. So no to the Mantis play. They should still have an extender monster that they could summon. Link 1, what is that, Sarah? Sarah do what? I'm not sure if this works or not, so let's try it. Guess so. Probably said normal traps then. My trap effect was to destroy the card, so... I'm totally okay with this. Summons it. Nice. Was not expecting that. Why were you allowed to summon this? Okay. My friend, what would you like to do? I lead this dance with 100 points. Well, that's unlucky. Quick math. When I add my attack and defense together, am I larger than 3,000? Yes. Yes, I am. Should I have waited for the damage step? Possibly. But this could be an instance of them not just being familiar with how the Subterror archetype works. And that's why I'm so successful with this deck. I really think everybody's used to tier 0 and just being able to pop off. I don't think there's a lot of thought given to people just using cards to use cards. And so this is pretty much what's going to start happening for a while. And again, I guess I can work my way up to gaining some nice little prizes. Guys, I think that's going to be it for today. I don't want to put out too long of a video. I don't want to strain my voice too much. there's still a lot of the week that I like to prep for on the same day. So for now, my friends, I hope that you guys have an excellent day. I hope that you guys have a great start to your week. And I hope to see you guys next time. See you later.